All right, you guys. Good evening. I am going to manage you all. I'm just going to mute so that it's not too loud and we can't hear each other. But whenever, please, like use the chat bar to ask questions, because I know that some people will have questions, but that's what that's there for, and we will do our best to answer those for you tonight. But we are really, really excited to do this. I always say this every time we do a call, but we're always a little bit of a hot mess, if that gives you any hope for knowing that there's no expectation of perfection as a coach. But we love what we do. We love what we do. I am Rachel Mitchell. I am a 5-star elite coach with Team Beachbody. I've been a coach since August of 2014. I always have to look back and think about it. But I've been a coach for almost going on 5 years now. And that's kind of just unbelievable to say. But I just started this month in April of 2014, my fitness journey. And I was a mom with 2 small kids, and I had never really struggled with losing weight. I'd never struggled with, or getting the weight off if I did gain it. Of course, I did gain it at times, but I did. I was 33 and I was just kind of spiraling downward, and I needed help and I needed a plan, and I knew I didn't want any more quick fixes. I had done that before. And I also knew I had 2 small kids to take care of now, and I wanted to do something the right way, right? And so I found, you guys are probably all familiar with the 21-day fix. I found it, I bought it, I skipped the Shakeology because I thought it was crazy. I got into my coach's boot camp and I lost the weight, and I did end up obviously drinking Shakeology, becoming a huge believer, and it changed my life in so many ways I could talk about. But coaching has just been a journey that God has used to really just kind of unearth this Rachel that I didn't know was in there. And it has definitely changed my life physically, but as well as spiritually and financially. And it's helped my relationships with my family and my husband and my kids. And I could just go on and on. But I also love the work. Like, I love the work that I do every single day. And I don't want anybody to watch any of us and think that it's been easy, or that we were just created to do this, so we got it all together from the start. No, we've gone through all the same struggles our coaches have gone through, ridden the same highs, but throughout my coaching journey, I just know that I'm supposed to be here. And we invite people because we believe in what we do so much. We believe in the fitness, we believe in Shakeology, we believe in the business model. We know that it works, and we know that we are equipped to mentor you as our new coaches to succeed as well, and to really just refine yourself to become whoever you were created to be. Coaching is part of that. But I love sharing my journey. I love leading challenge groups. I love leading my coaches, and I believe definitely that each of our stories matter. My story matters. My struggles are here to help me serve other people. I was just sharing that with my nutrition girls. We were having a call before this, and I said, I will always struggle with food, and I know that's part of my story, and it's meant to be so that I can help other people. So I'm definitely proud of that. We are each going to introduce ourselves as we go, so I'm just going to keep talking about Team Beachbody. Some of you guys may be wondering, oh my gosh, do I want to affiliate myself with a company called Beachbody? And I really felt that way when I first started. I saw that the 21-day fix was made by Beachbody, and I was like, do I really want to buy this program? But I did, because I was desperate, as many people are. But Beachbody is an incredible company. It is really and truly, at its core, the mission is to serve other people and to help them get healthy and to lead fulfilling lives. And they do that. They have done that and continue to do that by creating fitness programs that are not quick fixes. They have created fitness programs that actually work when we do the work, right? And so that's what I love. That's one of the reasons I became a coach, because I knew I was not going to be encouraging anyone to drink a shake to lose weight really quickly, or to take a diet pill, or to wear a patch. And, once they stopped doing those things, everything would go back to the way it was. No, you can do this for the rest of your life. And I believe in that. And Beachbody is a company that started, oh gosh, y'all, what, like 10, 12 years ago, and they started with programs like P90X that we're all familiar with, and they had great success with helping people lose weight. But they found that a lot of their customers were doing the programs, completing them, and getting off track and going back to the way they were living before. And so they created this coach network to create an extra level of accountability so that people could sustain their results and also help other people along the way through their journey. And it's worked. It's worked. Like, you know, income wise, you know, this business, I have definitely grown. It's not, there's no scarcity. You're never going to run out of people to help. There's always going to be people that need to lose weight, that need help, that need a solution in their fitness. And I love that about this business. And they're very in tune to what people need, even us as coaches. And I'm proud to be associated with Team Beachbody. And yes, we are network marketing. We build our businesses by helping other people get fit, and we build our businesses by recruiting people, bringing people into our teams, into our tribes, and teaching you to do the same thing. It is not a pyramid scheme. That's not actually legal, because you cannot, like, I could never be successful unless I do the work myself. A pyramid scheme is built off of, like, if I signed everybody up and I never did any work and just let them do all the work, that's not what this is. Like, I have to lead by example. I have to teach my team how to run their businesses with integrity, with purpose, with consistency. And when they succeed, I succeed. When I succeed, my coaches succeed. And so I love that. I love that with every success I have, I'm helping my team, and vice versa. And it's very much a community and a family. So network marketing is just our sharing our story, running our challenge groups, bringing people into them, getting them paired up with their fitness programs and Shakeology, getting results, and helping them move forward. And honestly, we all start at ground zero. We all start as a brand new baby coach. Every single person from the top coach down, we all started the same, with the same $160 investment, with the same 0 customers when we started, with no challengers, with no coaches. And I think that's really cool. I think that we all have the potential to grow just incredibly. Like, you have the potential to grow an income that will knock your socks off, honestly, if you just commit. You can grow slow, you can grow fast, you can grow medium. It does not matter. But growth, continual growth is very, very possible. And you can go as hard and fast or as slow as you want. That's important. And there really is. I mentioned $160. The investment to start your business is $160, okay? You are not buying inventory. You are not managing your own website. You're not shipping anything. You're buying with $160. You're paying your coach fees. Actually, they're waived. And you are getting Shakeology, which is food, a month's worth of food, and you're getting access to the nutrition programs and workouts. And that is your business investment. And so even if you never sell a single thing, you are still winning, because you are taking care of your body and you're taking care of your health. And so obviously we want to help you help other people, but that's your investment. If you help 3 people your first month with the same investment in their health, you get your money back, right? And so, like, it's a really low risk to become a coach, all right? So let's see. I honestly, speaking of income, I shared my income recently, and it was kind of it makes me sweat. But like, I don't love to share my income, the numbers, but I've retired. Like, I've been able to retire from full-time teaching. I still teach 1 class a week, but like, I make far more now as a part-time Beachbody coach than I was making as a college history instructor after about, like 8 years. Okay. So it's definitely, the potential to grow an income is there, and you will sign up with a challenge pack. And again, that includes everything that you need to get started. We will train you and we will help you build your business, but that is your investment. And like I said, you get to determine how much money you want to earn. If you want to commit 2-3 hours a day, you are going to build a very solid, slow growing, but consistent income. If you want to commit 5 to 6 hours a day, you can grow it faster. But within the first few months, by hitting some basic goals of serving other people, you are going to be earning an income. And again, you can decide if you want to bring more people onto your team faster, you grow your income faster. And so if you want to take it slower and let it truly be a side hustle, you can do that too, and just earn a little extra money to pay for groceries or to pay for vacations or maybe to pay off that student loan debt. That you get to decide, which is the really cool thing about this business. Nobody else is going to do it for you, but we will motivate you and teach you how to do it. And with that, before I hand it off to Anita, I wanted to introduce Ashley. She's one of the coach. She's a coach in my downline. She's been a coach for a few months, but I asked her just to share like why she became a coach, what she loves about it, and just a little bit, if you don't care about the training that we do provide.
Yeah, so everybody, my name's Ashley Sherman, and I have done coaching for a few months now. And honestly, in the past, I've watched other coaches, and I've always been curious of what they've been doing, and I've always just consistently followed them and just was interested in what this was all about. And I never fully committed. I kind of just always turned it down, but then my curiosity always kicked in. And then I came across Rachel, and she introduced me to it. I just connected with her, and I really believe it's all about the connection and who you meet. And it's amazing in this opportunity, the people that you can meet, and you just feel so connected, even if the person is so far away, states away. And this community of just meeting new people and helping their lives by making a difference in their health. And I mean, I never really struggled with weight as far as my story. I've always been into like teaching fitness classes, and it's just a passion of mine to help other people. And in this journey of doing this on my own and building a business, it's really helped me stay accountable. And every day, you know, I commit because I have other people that are committed too. So I want to follow that example and help them to show them that it is possible, and to just have that motivation to keep going and to have that support system. And with the training and everything, everything is just based off of units. So basically we have a Facebook group that you can go through each unit and start by, you know, day one, step one of what you need to do to start and promote your business and let people know that you do have a health and fitness business, that you are there to help them. And it's not to be overwhelming or anything, because it's just one step at a time, and just connecting with people honestly and letting them know that you have this gift to share. Because honestly, it's amazing the gift that you can share with them and inspire them. And then you'll start to notice when you talk about it and promote it to people and let them know that you're there, then they start watching you, and they're, you know, their curiosity kicks in, and then you can help more people, and then they become a part of your team. So it's just, you know, over time, it's consistency, and it definitely builds up over time the more people that you can help and bring onto your team. And every day, you know, it can be hard and it can be challenging, but you gotta push through it and realize, you know, the possibilities that can be created out of it. And you can also earn free trips by helping 3 people every month. So for 3 months, if you help 3 people those 3 months, then you earn your free ticket to Summit. So that's a yearly convention where all the coaches can come and be together, and basically, you know, people talk and promote all about products and just all the lives that they've changed and what has happened in their lives. So it's a good opportunity to, instead of, you know, talk, you know, like we are right now, you actually can be in person and just feel that thrive and positivity and what it's done in other people's lives too. And honestly, it's really contagious. So it's really amazing how that can work, and all the different possibilities as far as whether you start from the beginning and then people that have been in it for 5 years, 7 years, of what it can do if you really stick with it. And that's just kind of like a little bit of where I'm coming from, and then also what other people, what they can accomplish too.
Thank you so much. She's great. I love Ashley. She's in California. I'm going to meet her someday. Abby, are you next?
I am, yeah. So, hey guys, I'm Abby. And I mean, like Rachel said, we're just all at the hot mess. You probably saw my daughter losing it on the screen. Sorry about that. I'm now hiding in her room while they're watching Veggie Tales. But I have been a coach for almost 4 years, the end of this month, which is crazy. And I started this business probably with all the same fears that a lot of you guys had. I was not at my goal weight. I am an extreme introvert. I was working full-time. My husband was in school and working full-time. I had a 1-year-old son, and I traveled for my job a lot. So I didn't have time, and I had never, I don't know if you guys struggle with this, but I had never taken a selfie. And the thought of doing a selfie plus like a workout selfie, like literally gave me sweaty armpits. I was the girl who I would stalk people on Facebook, and I had an Instagram account, but I never posted. And maybe if I did, it was like an update on my kid, like every 3 months or something like that. So last person who should do this job. So if any of you guys have any of those fears, we can relate. But coaching has changed my life, and I love it because when I initially started because I stumbled onto my coach's account. I was looking for a recipe on Instagram because I knew people posted stuff. A friend had set me up with a 21-day fix, and I had lost the baby weight and was feeling really confident for the first time ever. Was getting asked about it and heard you could get a discount on Shakeology. I stumbled across my coach's account, and again, this might be relatable to some of you guys. No shame if it is. But I creeped on her page for 3 months. I was so careful never to like anything, comment anything. Thank God there weren't stories then, or else she would have seen me watching her. Like, I was just the ultimate stalker. Until one day I kind of thought, like, why not me? I watched her take her family on this trip and her boys, and I was like, why? Like, why am I not even trying this? And I talked to my husband, and I was like, well, all I lose is nothing, because if anything, I just get a discount on stuff I'm already enjoying. And maybe, just maybe, I could bring in a little bit of extra money each month. So that's where I came from. Fast forward 2.5 years in, guys, I was able to quit my full-time job, match my income as a assistant director of admissions at my alma mater university. I loved my job. It was a great career. But as a mom, it was really hard because there was a lot of travel. And I never thought ever when I started this business that it would match that income. You hear those stories and you're like, oh yeah, that's good for her. But it did happen with 2.5 years of showing up. And now I get to be home with my crazy crew. They are insane. It's harder working from home, honestly, with 2 small kids than it was at a full-time job. But I love it because I'm able to pour into others. I'm able to have something that's mine. I love to work. I love my career, and I have something that I can make an impact, add some income to our family. We just got to go on an amazing cruise, and I got to treat my husband and my kids to that. But then I get to be mom, and I get to unplug. And I think that's the real beauty of this business is, first of all, you get to pick your own hours. You know, like Rachel was saying, there's a lot of freedom and flexibility. And so when I first started, because I was working full time, I got up a half hour earlier, and I was a little more disciplined with my time than I had been in the past. I gave up some Netflix at night on the couch after I got my son down to bed, and instead of kind of vegging there, I would plug into some trainings, and I showed up every single day. And so, like she said, you don't have to have a ton of time, but you do need to be consistent with it, and that's where we come in. As your upline coaches, who's your coach, I know there's a bunch of us on this call, we help mentor you and help you learn how to maximize those hours so that you're really able to truly show up for work, for coaching work, for about an hour to 90 minutes a day, whether that's in little 20-minute pockets, which is how I run my business, or maybe you get a full hour, but to help you know exactly what to do to grow your business in that time, which is really, really fun. And it's something, again, that's super easy. I'm not going to say it's not easy because it takes work and you have to show up with consistency, but the work itself is really fun. We get to share our stories. We do get to encourage other women or men. We get to help them get results. And what you get out of that is so much confidence. You get poured into, and you get a ton of new friends. And I could just go on and on and on, but it's really something where you don't need lots of time. And that's how I grew my business, in these little teeny pockets as a busy full-time working mom. And again, it took 2.5 years to get there, but I was just coming in hoping I'd get 20 extra bucks a month. So I remember my very first paycheck, I got $50, and I about cried because I was like, oh my gosh, for us, that was huge. And it grew over time. The other really neat thing about it is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the concept of residual income, but basically it's where you kind of earn while you sleep. And the way Beachbody is set up is, as you become a coach and as your customers start to get results and you start to grow, you are actually able to earn income even if you don't sell Shakeology that week or something like that. And so for our family, it's provided a lot of freedom and taken off a lot of pressure. And it's one of those things that has created this opportunity that I would have never, ever had in my full-time job, where I had to clock in and get paid for every single hour that I worked. An example of that, just to kind of get personal with you guys, is the last 3 months have been really hard personally. We lost a baby, and it's just been a lot of ups and downs physically. And I had to pull back from work, from my coaching work. And I actually ended up getting some of the highest paychecks I've ever had. And I told my husband, I was like, I feel guilty that I just got this paycheck because I did not clock into work today. And he said, no, Abby, you got this because you showed up for 2 years and this is paying off then. And so it's one of those things that those little daily tasks, it really does add up. And I can't even tell you what a gift that was to be able to have. And so that residual piece is something that really I think is important to be aware of, just the opportunity. I'm looking at my notes because I know I'm supposed to talk about something else really quick. Hot mess. Talked about that last time. And then, oh no, I think I've talked about it all. It's just that compound effect. So I think we're good. Sorry. I'm going to turn it over to Anita now. She's more organized than I am.
That's debatable. All right. So I'm Anita Bartholomew. I am a 2-star premier coach from 2019, right? And I have been a coach for a little over 4 years now, which seems so crazy. So my story is that I started out in January 2015 because I had just gone on a snowboarding trip and I barely fit in my snowboarding gear. And I had been telling my husband for a couple of months at that point that I needed to get back and do Beachbody programs because I had done P90X a couple of years prior in our apartment with bands and like, because I had to try to be quiet because it was old creaky wooden floors. And I just knew that I wasn't getting the results that I used to get. I was going to the Y, but I would go like twice a week and jump on the elliptical and do that for 45 minutes while watching TV. You know, it was really more about watching TV, or I would run and say I was a runner and, you know, like nothing was happening. I was gaining weight. I was drinking lots and lots of boxed wine. And, you know, when I drink wine, then I want to eat all the food. And it just got to this breaking point where I knew I needed to do something. And even though we had like the cost of our YMCA membership, there's Matt back there. He was like, just do it, you know? And so I had actually been invited by my coach multiple times. I completely ignored her messages because I thought that was creepy. And so finally I knew like she was the only person who had ever reached out to me about Beachbody because I didn't understand that there were accountability groups. And I was actually just about to delete my social media because I was never using it. I was just like stalking people instead of actually being social on social media. So all of that kind of culminated at the same time. At the same time, I was also a high school English teacher. I just finished my master. I was in my master's work, just about finishing it, doing my national board certification. Wait, at that point, I was done with it. Sorry. Like, I think that fall I found out I passed, and then I was very excited, and I drank all the wine, right? And so at that point, then I was done with grad school for the first time. I was done with school I was 32, 31 in 31 years, or whenever I started school, right? That's a long time. I've been like a forever student. And so I had all this spare time. And so I joined the accountability group. I jumped in, got really great results with PIO. I didn't do Shakeology at first because my coach didn't require me to have it. She's like, it's okay, just come in. And then I saw everybody drinking it, and I had total FOMO. And I finally tried it, and I loved it. And it finally fixed my digestion issues, like duh, right? And so at that point, my coach at that time was another English teacher. And I knew like we were both grading essays. We taught like the same classes. And I knew she was busy and she could do it. So I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. And I was like, I want to pay for my Shakeology at the very least. My husband's an accountant. And he was like, yeah, go for it. That'd be cool if you did that, you know? And so that was my initial goal. And since then, I have been able to cover the cost of my Shakeology every month. And then it's clearly like far surpassed that now because I actually have a 2-year-old. Sorry, Matt, could you not do that? He's not hearing me. He's going to go turkey hunting tomorrow. So he's getting ready for turkeys. It's okay. And so he just put our daughter to sleep. She's a little over 2 years old now. And so my goal when we started talking about having a family was I didn't want to teach any longer because I really pour into what I do. And I worked a lot as a teacher. I was grading all the time. I taught seniors with composition, and I taught really struggling 9th graders who like barely read at the 4th or 5th grade reading level. And so it was just draining. And within that, I like felt guilty because I have all these master's degrees, national board certification, yada, yada. But I just wasn't fulfilled anymore. And I knew coming home was going to be hard, but I knew I also needed something to focus me. And so coaching, it was this combination of things. And not everybody has a story like that, but like, you know, so over that time, then I was able to build my business enough that we were comfortable enough for me coming home. And now I'm a full-time Beachbody coach. And so it's been a really cool experience. And as Abby was talking about, it's a mess a lot with the kid at home. Like she has 2, I only have 1. I'm like, I can barely keep my stuff together, you know, but we make it happen, right? And you really do get intentional with your time. So within this, talking about my topics here. So I'm looking at my notes. So talking about like who you get to work with in this business is really cool, because I think at first when you become a coach, we talk about your warm market, and you can like help your friends and your family and these people who are social with you on social media. For me, I had less than 250 people, like friends on Facebook, and my Instagram was there, but I had no clue like there was one post maybe, and I don't even know how I got the picture up there. It was bizarre. And so like at that point, I just kind of went all in and started talking to people that I like went to high school with, because I hadn't talked to them in like 10 years or more even. And so I did that. But then over time, as your business grows, you really do, like the more you share on social media, the more your own personality comes out, the more you're going to attract people who are just like you. And so it's really cool, because honestly, you get to choose who you work with. If somebody comes and says they want to join your challenge group, but you're kind of like, they're not my people or whatever, you don't have to say yes. Like they can go find a different coach. And, if you're a good coach, you would even like suggest who they could go to, because our team, our larger team is so big that you could really help pair that. Honestly, that's never happened to me, because most people are my people. I have a toddler, right? And so a lot of my coaches have toddlers. We're all about the same age, they don't have to be like that, but it's really cool that some of my best friends now are like very similar. Like one of my best coaches and leaders and best friends, her daughter is 2 weeks younger than my daughter. Like it's insane. And we just think it's so cool. So that's really fun. And then you just have relationships along the way where you meet other coaches within the network and within our larger team. And so there's just so many opportunities to actually find a place where maybe you finally fit for the first time. Because I was a total bouncer from best friend to best friend growing up. And I never really found my people, because like I like to work out, but I like to eat and I like to drink wine and I like to do all these things. And like, I never found those people that were like that. I'm kind of funny and sarcastic and inappropriate, whatever, and like, so I'm finding those people, and it's really amazing. So then sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. I'm like being a bad teacher right now. I hear my daughter crying in the background, but guys, this is what Beachbody coaching is. Like, it's cool. You couldn't do this as a high school English teacher, that's for sure. Okay. So you're doing something that's significant. Like reading my notes here. This is horrible. Anyway. Okay. So Beachbody coaching. For me, when I started, I was like, okay, this is a total hobby. And it's something just to cover the cost of my Shakeology. And I didn't really think of it as something bigger. And then over time, I realized that really everybody who comes in and joins your groups, and whether you're like working with another coach or whatever, like these people, their lives are being changed, and it's so impactful. I was actually talking to one of my challenge groups about this today, about how like they could bring their friends in as well, because clearly their lives have changed. And that's what we do in this business, is we share these products and these programs in this community that works well for us, that's impacted our lives, and we want that for other people. And so it's not necessarily like you're selling things, it's that you're sharing this experience. It's the same thing like, oh, I like a Yeti cup. I'm going to share with my friends that I like my Yeti cup. And it's that same concept of being able to share this gift that has really given us all so much. And then it also then, as you build your business, you have this stability. If you keep growing and become a leader, and like it takes time to compound, but as Rachel or Abby was talking about, but you have that residual income that is really amazing, so that you don't have to work as much all the time. At the beginning, it is like, I like the analogy of pushing a boulder up over the hill, and you really do have to do a lot of pushing at first, but the beginning, you do have more sacrifice, and the more that you put in, the more focused that you are, and the more that you ask for help and set big goals and really are willing to fail forward, the faster that you're going to get to that breaking point where you don't have to work as much, or you choose to keep working as much and your business compounds profoundly. So it's really up to you at how much your business grows. And that's what's really amazing about it. You can just get into it to pay for your products, or you can do like to match your income, or to, I don't know, blow your own mind. You can do so much with it. But really it is built on effort. So the more work that you put in, the more you get rewarded for it. And I think that's where with Beachbody, it really sets people apart. If you are a hard worker and you have big goals and you're willing to do the hard things that are scary every day, a lot of times do things that you don't always want to do, it not only builds your business, but it builds your character. And it hopefully like puts like a better role model for your kids and your family and your friends. And it again impacts so many other people. It's really amazing. So, what else? Rachel, I'm not sure if I'm missing something here.
No, you're good. I think that Jade is gonna share a little bit about how she built her business while being pregnant and just how that really helped them and stuff. So she's gonna pick that up for us.
Okay, cool.
Go for it, Jade.
Oh, good. Okay. Hey, I'm Jade, and I'm currently a science teacher. I teach 7th grade science. And I just had a baby about 8 months ago. Oh, so that's been fun. Been trying to transition to figure out, like, you know, how do I be wife? How do I be mom? How do I be teacher? How do I be coach? So it's a lot of change, a lot of transition that I've experienced the last few months, but it's all been really good. And I feel like it's helping me become better with my time and a better coach as I work through all of these different new hats that I get to wear. But so the way that I grew my business when I was pregnant was I just began, you know, talking about in the beginning why I found it important to continue to work out while I was pregnant. Because, you know, a lot of people think that when you get pregnant, oh, it's like pizza and cheeseburgers and cakes and whatever. And yes, those things are very tasty when you're pregnant. I feel like they taste a little bit better, but that's not what it's all about. And I wanted to really be like the forefront of that, to say, you know, hey, I can be pregnant, enjoy these splurges, but also take care of myself and the baby that is inside of me. And also, you know, kind of foreshadow what's to come when the baby is here, how I'm going to prepare to be an example for my son. And so I just started out talking about like how I found it really important to go ahead and start focusing on my nutrition and what that was going to look like for my family. And then as I was working out, of course, I was being active on social media, sharing my story, giving my baby bump updates, and just sharing, you know, the struggle of trying to be healthy and pregnant. And especially towards the end, I was 3rd trimester in July, so it was hot, it was hard, but it was also, there was motivation there. So another way was I started using hashtags, pregnant, you know, pregnancy, 32 weeks pregnant, future boy mom, you know, all these things that I would like struggle with that week. I would use these hashtags frequently. And I noticed that my following started to increase like rapidly with those hashtags. And I didn't see the benefit immediately. I didn't see it like take effect like when I first got my following. Then I didn't see it take effect like right then, but I noticed that a lot of pregnant women started following me, or maybe moms who just had a baby started following me, and they began watching me work out and share my story and my struggles. And during that summer, did I see a huge increase in my income? No, but now that I am 8 months postpartum, and those pregnant women that began following me while I was pregnant, and they saw me go through this journey, and they've seen me transform, they are now blowing up my inbox. I'm messaging them. We have now built these relationships with each other, and I'm now helping them become healthy, become fit. And after that, because they want to lose their baby weight too. And so during that summer when I was pregnant, it was hard to kind of keep going, especially when I didn't feel like I was getting much traction, because people are like, I don't know. For some reason, I just got weird with people wanting to join my challenge groups. I don't know if it was like me mentally being just tired, and I don't know if I just I didn't feel like I was connecting with everyone like I did before. I felt like I was only connecting with pregnant women. So that was kind of a struggle in the beginning, or that summer when I was trying to really push for it. But now, pregnant women got to have babies eventually, right? And then they eventually want to get their baby weight off. And so now I'm really starting to see all of that to really benefit me. So I guess if that can encourage you in some ways. Like if right now, if you're using, these hashtags that, if that people tell you to use to get your following, or you're not getting much, then know that it's a, like they said earlier, it's like a residual thing. It's going to build over time. And if you put in the effort and you just listen to what we have to say, and when we help you with these things, then you just apply them, just know that it's a snowball effect, if that makes sense. I don't know, I can't think if I have anything else to share about me being pregnant and building the business. Just know that it takes time. It's not an overnight thing. And I do want to say that I see so many get started with this. They're on fire. They like run out of the gate ready to show up. And then 2 weeks in, they're like, got their arms folded, and they got, this rough look on their face because they didn't get the people to join like they thought they would. And that's because this is going to take time. They want to see you be consistent. They want to see you transform. So you may not see results right away, but if you just can continue to be consistent and to show up and to be positive and to understand that this is a snowball effect, then you will be successful for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's cool that we've all built our businesses through different seasons, and that is really cool. So and it's your story that matters. It's your story that matters, that's going to serve other people more than anything. And like Jay said, just being willing to listen, learn, and show up every single day, you can succeed at this business, and we will teach you how. And like, have no doubt about that. So what happens when you sign up? You will sign up with a challenge pack, like I said, the $160, or we even have this new like incredible certification for coaches to get certified in nutrition, y'all. Like, I wish I'd had it when I started as a coach, because I just finished my certification a couple of weeks ago, and it's just a series of videos that you can invest in. But I feel like it's so much more knowledgeable, because I really didn't feel knowledgeable in the beginning as a coach. And so that is something that you can get started with right away as a brand new coach. But other than that, that's from Beachbody. From us, what do you get from us? When you sign up as a coach, either with your challenge pack or the $40 fee, if you're already a challenger and you have a challenge pack, you can pay $40 and sign up as a coach. But you immediately open the doors to your business. Like, you immediately can start to earn an income by helping other people start working out and eating clean and drinking Shakeology. Like, it's incredible. So our goal is to help you get your first 3 challengers yourself pretty quickly, within your first couple of weeks. And even we want to help you hit your very first rank within the first couple of weeks. And we're going to teach you how to do that in your new coach training. You'll start that right away. You'll start talking about you sharing your journey. We'll teach you how to take selfies, how to talk on social media, how to do all those things. So don't worry if you think, oh, they've got it all together, I can't sound like her. Like, we started pretty rough but ready in the beginning too. And we're going to teach you how to do those things, so that our new coach training is incredible. And you literally just show up every day for yourself. We give you the content, we tell you what to do, you take action, and you do start to see that growth effect happen from day one. So we love what we do as coaches. We do not invite you to be a coach just for our own purposes, but because this has changed each of our lives. And I think you can tell that from our stories. And so we're inviting you to come be a life changer and to change your own life with us. And we will teach you how to do that. We do have a new coach kickoff call. I know my team has a new coach kickoff call on May 2nd. New coach trainings start in May. So if you are committed to doing this, if you are just have that gut feeling that you want to be a part of our teams, that you want to start your own business, you want to work for yourself, and you want to help other people, no matter how much time, 2 hours or 6 hours a day, whatever you have, like, if you're ready to do that, then reach out to the coach who invited you here. If you're watching this recording and they shared it with you, reach out to them later after this call, and we will get you signed up, and we will help you launch your business, and we will help you find those 3 people the first month. And as soon as you can sign up and get started, honestly, it's never too early or too late to start doing this. I'm almost 40 years old, and I can't imagine not doing this. Honestly, I foresee myself doing it for a long time. So but we're here to support you. Does anybody have any questions for us before we go? I don't know.
I just wanted to say something really quick before. So we've talked a lot about like income and trips and like all this stuff, but I wanted to touch on something that I know I have a coach I'm going to talk about, but I know that each of us, I know that Rachel or Anita could back this 20% or 20%, 200%. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Guys, you don't have to be perfect. I was not a math major. So I think that one of the sweetest parts about coaching that has surprised me the most has been the community of friendship, but also accountability. And I have a coach on my team named Laura who is just crushing her business. And she started with me. She actually signed up with 50 pounds to lose. She got diagnosed with early onset arthritis at 26. And she did 1 week of 80-day obsession with me, which was, if you know anything about that program, it's very hard. And she signed up as a coach the next week. And I was like, Laura, I mean, I'm so happy to have you on my team, but why are you doing this? And she said, I can already tell that if I'm a coach, it's going to force me to level up and become better in meal planning. And I will serve other people because I'm not just showing up for me. And so aside from all of the fun ways that this has impacted our lives financially and, you know, our families, I think there's something that's really powerful personally. If you decided you wanted to go for this, that can happen for you. You know, if you say, I have a ton of weight to lose, or I'm terrible with meal prep, all of those things are the piece of your story that can inspire others. It is so much better to watch someone go through the messy middles of their life with the ups and the downs and the real life stuff than it is to look at a Victoria's Secret supermodel who's all photoshopped, or to see the end and not to see the real middle of the baby that doesn't sleep through the night, or the job stuff, or the 50 pounds to lose, or whatever it is. And so I just want to encourage you guys, like, there's other pieces of coaching that are really transformational. And so those things in your back of your mind that you might be saying, like, yeah, that's great, but I don't look like her, or that's great, but I don't, you know, whatever it is, don't do that, because honestly, that's going to be the most powerful thing that you have to share. So I'll get off my soapbox. Just had to say that.
That's awesome. All right. That is all we have, you guys. So we look forward to welcoming you to our teams. And you guys leading your own call like this someday, you know, recruiting people for your own team. All right. Well, that's it. We will get in touch with each of you after the call, and we hope you have a really good night. And he's taking a picture. Smile. Bye, you guys. Good night.